What's good, guys? This week, poo transplants, an astronomer makes a huge mistake, Brian Greene says he wants to chat with aliens, effective altruism for dummies, and is Putin the new Hitler? Poo transplants. Okay, I know it sounds gross, but stick with me here. If you've got a peanut allergy, you might want to try one. Recently, a small study was done on adults with severe peanut allergies. By giving them capsules filled with poop from other people, the allergy sufferers were better able to tolerate those pesky nuts by the end of the trial. To celebrate, the participants were all given Reese's Pieces. Nah, I just made that part up. And if you didn't think that was good enough, fecal transplants may even help with bipolar disorder and depression. Other recent studies have found that patients given capsules from happier donors resulted in many of their symptoms going away. Why? Well, scientists aren't 100% sure, but the link between our brain and our gut biome is only getting stronger. Only time will tell whether poo transplants are the real deal or just a load of crap. In 2020, Thomas Ravinas and his team were over the moon, excuse the pun, when they discovered a black hole just 1,000 light years away from Earth, pretty much in our cosmic backyard. The discovery caused headlines because previously the closest black hole was over 3,000 light years away. But soon, astronomers are doing what science does so well, criticizing the findings and seeing if there were other plausible explanations. A team from Belgium started picking holes in Thomas's theory and found out that he wasn't using the best telescope for the job. After the initial awkwardness and sleepless nights that Thomas had, thinking that his discovery might be proven incorrect in front of the whole world, Thomas and the Belgian team decided to work together to get to the truth. And guess what? Thomas and his Chilean team
were wrong. It wasn't a black hole. It was light caused by one star slowly consuming a star next to it as some sort of cosmic star snack.
This story shows something so remarkable about science. There's no room for confirmation bias. If a theory is incorrect, there's no way to hide it, and scientists can't take that personally. If only the whole world worked like that, we wouldn't have so many problems. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Is Putin the new Hitler? Peter Singer is best known for his groundbreaking work in the animal welfare and effective altruism movements, but Peter is a moral philosopher who's written on a huge number of political and philosophical topics, and the ethics of war and genocide is something close to home, as he's the son of Austrian Jewish refugees who escaped Nazi Europe. That's why Peter's recent article on the Ukraine-Russia war is so insightful. In it, he compares Putin's actions to those of Hitler when he threatened to invade Czechoslovakia during World War II, while other European nations watched on and didn't act. Peter applies his utilitarian ethics in arguing that even though strict sanctions will hurt kind Russians who are against the war, they're the only way to stop Putin. You're invited to come speak with Peter about ethics at our events in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane over the next month. Buy your tickets at the link in our bio. Would things get violent if we met aliens? Brian Greene thinks there's a chance of that, judging by our history, but that doesn't mean he wouldn't like us to meet aliens and, compare notes on everything they know about our universe. Brian is ridiculously excited about the James Webb Telescope and everything it's going to tell us about the history of our universe, and whether there could be other forms of intelligent life out there. There's plenty of room for it. Scientists now predict there's about one planet per star, so that means there are hundreds of billions of planets in our universe. But does Brian think there's life on them? He's doubtful, but doesn't rule it out completely. He says it's pretty unlikely that humans are the most intelligent beings around, so why wouldn't other beings make themselves known? If other beings are so advanced, surely we'd know about it if they did exist. Or maybe there's different forms of living or consciousness that we can't perceive. He doesn't rule that out either. If you're a space nerd, don't miss out on meeting Brian at our tour in June this year. Join us across Australia and New Zealand, or at our virtual event if you live overseas or on a different planet. Tickets are at the link in our bio. Let's face it, we all have that one mate who says,
"We need to overthrow the government to make change. It's the only way."
Or maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong crowd again. Suffice to say, everyone thinks bigger is better when it comes to making positive changes. But often people don't have a concrete plan in place of how that change would actually be made. Okay, replace evil capitalism. But with what? How? And when? These are all questions that effective altruists take very seriously. Effective altruism is sometimes criticized for focusing on helping individuals when bigger governmental changes would be better. But effective altruism is not for dreamers. It's about focusing on issues that can actually be solved, and often small, individual changes are way easier than getting the whole government or system to change. Listen to Peter Singer respond to this common criticism of effective altruism. And if you want to know more, come and meet him at our shows at the end of the month. Tickets at the link in our bio. That's all for this week, and hopefully we see you at our Peter Singer events at the end of the month. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you can do so at the link in our bio. Until next time, take care.